Dead and Hip Hop here with Mike, B, FIFO. About to talk about this freshman list that dropped earlier this week. But before that, make sure you go to Facebook, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, also follow us on Instagram. We do the One Gotta Go on Facebook, where we take the classics and we put them up against each other. B curate that, and then also Instagram, where we let you know what albums we're gonna review. So anyway, as per usual, every year XXL put out their freshman list, and this year they dropped their new list. The cover, they had all the artists on it, and of course Twitter and the hip hop world went crazy. So as we do every year, man, we're about to talk about this list. So what's up, B?
Chance the Rapper, Rich Homie Quan, Isaiah Rashad, Dolla, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, Troy Ave, Vic Mensa, Little Bibby, John Connor, Jarren, Benton, and August, what's his last name? Alsina, yeah. That's the 12, the dozen.
Who's first, B? Let's go through these.
I mean, I think, clearly Chance, I think is deserving. Yeah, because especially after what he had the year he had last year with the buzz hyped on with acid rap. So of course.
Bieber got like 18 million views on YouTube. That nigga made it.
Because he got a song with Bieber?
Well, I'm just shit.
No. I mean, if he has a song with Bieber, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think as a rapper, he's dope, and I think just off of that, he deserved to be on it. But you know, like, he's making moves in hip hop. He's making moves. So yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great year. You know, he had the world talking about his tape. You know, best thing out last year to a lot of people. So. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, so
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
The Chance was obvious. It was like, yeah, I can give me. It was like, yeah, I pretty much saw that coming because he had such a big year last year, and I think with this XXL, I guess they try to throw out who they think is gonna do good in mainstream or who's getting ready to blow up. So, I mean, I can see him, you know, taking this cover, what he's been on this cover, and then doing something even bigger and better. So
well, I know it used to seem like it seemed like people that just got signed and stuff like that. Has he been signed to anybody, or?
I don't think
he's been turning him down.
Oh, word.
He's been offered deals, but he's just like, nah, I'm not really. I don't really care.
So that's a change then, because it seemed like in the past that XXL was kind of always
getting people who just got signed,
or you know, and that's always been like the controversy behind it, so to speak.
Mensa was on it too. So it's interesting, you know. There's 4 Chicago artists on there: Durk, Bibby, Vic, and Chance. That's a lot of motherfuckers from one city. So I don't think that there's ever been a city to have so many artists on the XXL Freshman list like that. Yeah, that's
there's
crazy.
a lot happening in Chicago.
There is.
You know, with Keith, of course, and everybody that follow him.
I think by having those 4 artists on this list, I think it really shows the diversity that's happening in Chicago, where you have the drill music people and you have the 2 people on the list, you know, that are at the forefront of that right now with Bibby and Durk. And then you have like that other scene happening in Chicago simultaneously with Vic and Chance. I think that's really interesting, you know what I'm saying?
But if you think about it, it's kind of always been like that, like with the Kanye's and the Lupes. They from Chicago.
I feel you.
But Kanye, Lupe, and Common, they still always kind of had that same sound. I think with these 4 guys, you have 2 different sounds, you know, opposite of each other.
John Connor.
Yeah, John Connor. I think it goes back to your point with him getting signed with Aftermath. I guess what?
Okay.
What? You
So
forgot?
when was that? It's like I forgot all about that shit. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So now it makes sense. I was gonna ask you. I said this is kind of late.
Yeah, but
to throw him on that list. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it is. But I think one of y'all 2 said, I can't remember, like a couple years we did it. He was like, and I said that, I'm like, well, he's been out for a minute. And I think y'all was saying like, well, he graduated. This year was the year he graduated. I think one of them 2 said. I can't remember which one of y'all said it, but maybe last year was the year he so-called graduated, and he got signed with Aftermath. He dropped Unconscious State, which was a dope album, and he dropped the 2 joint right now with Kanye West, Best of the World over Kanye West beats, and then he dropped the other one, tribute to Biggie. So, and I guess people looking like, hey, this dude mainstream wise, he might make some noise in mainstream. I hope he does. I mean, I'm glad Flint, Michigan on the map for the XXL cover. So that's dope. Yeah, I think John Connor, I think that's deserving. Like Ken said, it's a little too late. You know, he could have been maybe last year or the year before, but
better late than never.
Yeah, better late than never.
Yeah,
I guess.
It's a good look for him. It's deserving.
Yeah.
You know, help balance out the list too. You know, with somebody that really raps. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but it is what it is.
I feel like the time wasn't like all the way right last year for him to get on the list, especially with everybody else that was on it. But I think that after the signing, you know, whether that's fair or unfair, whatever, like he signed a Shady Aftermath. That's a big deal, you know. And then especially with the 2 projects that just came out, because remember, if y'all watch us, we weren't real big on the Salvation. It wasn't until the second time we reviewed them. Yeah, that was
none of us like Salvation.
None of us.
After that, we were like,
Exactly. So I think with that, and then the signing, and then all of this, I think the timing is right for Connor. You know, he's been out a minute, but sometimes some of these people on these lists been out for years before they even get on the list. So, but I think the timing is actually like pretty right for him.
I heard some newer track. I don't remember the name of it now, but the video is him, and it's dark, and he's in the alley or some shit. And the hook was actually him singing on it, and it actually sounded really fucking good. But he was spitting his ass off. Like there's a lot of passion behind his voice. That, you know, I'm so glad we didn't stop at Salvation, because I never would have listened to anything else by this dude. But everything I've heard since Salvation has just been amazing. So yeah, congrats to John Connor. He definitely deserves it. Who's next?
Isaiah Rashad.
Man, fuck yeah, that's my boy.
when I saw him, I was like, hell yeah.
Boy.
You think he's deserving though?
Hell yeah.
Just because like he just came out, he signed a TDE, boom.
That's the epitome of a freshman right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
And that's a real freshman. That's a real bona fide freshman right there.
He is.
When I saw his name, I was like, okay, yeah, they got this one right, because you just signed with right now is what the craziest, the most popular label, up and coming label, TDE.
Yeah.
After him releasing the Sylvia demo, you know, which I thoroughly enjoyed, you know, yeah, I think it was much well deserving that he got the freshman look. So yeah, I'm glad he got it.
Yeah, man, I think he definitely deserves it. But he put out a great project, a great starter project for TDE. But I think at this point, any rapper that gets signed on TDE is automatically going to be on the freshman cover, because they kind of just think that anyone that's on TDE is going to blow up any minute. So
yeah, they couldn't take that chance.
I'm
you
not
know what I'm
surprised.
saying?
Yeah,
so they got to put him on there. Everybody talking about the tape that he dropped. You got to put him
it
on
was on
there.
a crazy live show. So yeah, I think they're definitely they made a right move with that one.
Covering their bases, yeah.
Yeah.
Deserves it, but we know what it is too.
I'm not saying, I wasn't trying to imply that he was undeserving. It was just based on the freshman list that since we've been covering it, it's typically artists that's been out for just a little bit.
But Bibby's new too. He just popped last November or so.
But he's not as new as Isaiah Rashad though. Is
How long?
Close enough.
This dude was on the BET Cypher thing last year and everything. He got a buzz up last year.
I'm not saying that. Look, man, I'm not saying he's I'm not. I'm clearly not. I'm not saying that he's undeserving. I think he is deserving. I think he is a great artist. Even though I wasn't as high on his project as everybody else.
That's
but
what it is.
That's not what it is. I'm just saying. It was rather quickly, just based on everybody else that they typically put on there. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Rich Homie Quan. That's another one that's on there.
That's my man.
Rich Homie Quan.
Makes
This
sense,
car I drive will make you feel some kind of way. Clothes I wear will make you feel some type of way.
Did you say kind
The way I don't care. I put grammar into it. I'm fixing this grammar up a little bit.
I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of his, but I mean, he's had a buzz over the last year, man. Like
I feel like you always got to put one of those guys in there, like the Travis Porters and the.
Yeah. But I mean, but people been talking about Rich Homie Quan.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, I can see why. I understand it. I can see why.
What was the team that was inspired by his song?
Michigan State Spartans?
Yeah, Michigan State. So like Michigan State invited him over there. You know what I'm saying? And that song, they rallied behind it. So it's pretty big. And down here in Atlanta, obviously, Rich Homie, he's all over the airwaves. So I think he was deserving.
Let me ask you this though. I'm cool with Rich Homie Quan. It makes sense. But why not Migos? Because if you looked on a lot of year-end lists, that album, that mixtape they dropped made a lot. And we're talking about from the Rolling Stones to damn near everybody.
I just think it's timing. I think, by having a Rich Homie and having 4 Chicago artists, I think Migos will probably make it next year. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't think so at all?
If they're still relevant.
Yeah,
if they're still
they
relevant.
gotta follow that up.
Exactly.
But this was their moment. Rich Homie Quan's been able to consecutively drop.
Exactly.
Migos aren't doing. Here's the thing. Migos aren't doing any features. None. Rich Homie Quan is working with a lot of people.
That's a good point.
So he has his name in a lot of people's mouth. Migos only have the attention of fans.
You know, I can't even front. I did like Versace, but
They
I
got
like it because
catchy
of Drake.
music at the end.
Yeah.
You gotta like Versace.
I like Versace because of Drake.
You gotta like. You know you like Versace.
I don't like that bullshit.
Yeah, you do.
I like that Bando song more than that one. Even though I still don't know what the fuck they're saying.
That's my thing with him.
That's part of their appeal. though. You know. Anyway, who's next?
Ty Dolla Sign.
He said,
I mean, he's on the list.
he said,
He's on the list.
He's a singer.
What does he sing?
I don't know. Beach House
You know what
1,
I'm
Beach House 2.
I've never.
That's the name of his mixtape.
I think those were the names of his mixtapes. He was from the West Coast. I think Beach House 2 did really well for him. Like Mike said about Rich Homie Quan, he does a lot of features. He sings a lot of hooks. His name is out there a lot.
where is he from?
He's from out West. I don't know where, but
I don't know why I thought he was from here.
I can
He looks like it.
Oh, for real.
I can see why he's on the list because you know he's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it
I've seen
makes
his name.
sense.
I just never heard of his
Right.
music.
They're trying to fill that R&B spot. Because he's not a rapper, he's a singer. So I mean, what other singer really out there can you really place him
But
with?
why are you trying to put R&B on the list? I think that's
another question,
That's kind of the issue that I have. Like, and it's like you put in Ty. It's like you're adding R&B because you want to add Ty Dolla Sign and August Alsina.
Well, because they're basically fucking rappers. When you look at him, like this is not the days of, you know what I'm saying? I'll be sure.
Yeah, you look,
and
they
fucking
look
Mint
like
Condition.
rappers.
They
yeah.
look and act like rappers.
Right. So you brought up August. Damn, what's the last name?
August Alsina.
What you think about him?
Again, another singer, man. I listened to his. I listened to the last one he dropped, and you know, I mean, I'm old school R&B, man. So y'all, you know,
You didn't dig it? I love this shit.
it was
I love this
That's your go-to
nah,
move.
I don't know.
That's my go-to move.
That's his go-to move.
It was alright.
If all that
These niggas
fails,
can't hold
he'll
me
be back.
An R&B song.
But yeah, he's I thought he was from here, but I think I may be wrong because I've seen
They
him
play him
out
on the radio like
a couple of
he's from here.
times.
He
Yeah.
might live here.
Okay, because I've seen him at a show that I've been to. I think we were there, but anyway, I've seen him perform before, and that's why I knew he was a singer because I thought he was a rapper. Like you said, he looked like a rapper and dressed like a rapper, so you know I thought he was a rapper. He was a singer. Got a fan base. People like him. I think he's with Def Jam, so that helps. But again, I think because he's popping and because Ty Dolla Sign are popping, they're adding them to the list and trying to expand the category. And I'm like, I don't think, for me personally, I don't think that's fair to other rappers that deserve to be on the list.
Troy Ave.
I just heard him. And
He's from New York, right?
yeah, we've been asked a whole bunch of times to review his.
He's alright. He's a New York coke rapper,
People say
man.
he's bringing New York back.
A lot of people say that.
Do you think so?
I wouldn't go that far, no.
I wasn't motivated to listen to a whole
No.
project. I heard the one song and it definitely wasn't whack.
Yeah,
by
he's
any
not
means.
whack.
He's not whack. It didn't interest me enough to listen to any more of his music.
I think there's other people out there that's bringing New York back. When I think of people bringing New York back, I wouldn't think of Troy Ave.
Okay.
So,
Who you think of?
you think I think of?
Well, he said that shit like he was mad as hell. Who you think of?
If it ain't Troy Ave,
No,
who?
Troy Ave. Ain't
I'm not shitting on Troy Ave. I'm not shitting on Troy
That-
Ave.
that one-
Can't answer the direct question, my nigga.
Who's bringing New York back besides Troy Ave?
Who you got?
I didn't make that statement. I don't think anybody's bringing New York back. So who's bringing New York back?
I think we've had this conversation before, so
We
let's
have it
see.
again.
Yeah,
Answer
Action
the
Bronson.
question,
Action
Ken.
Bronson. Would,
You think Action
Okay.
Bronson's
He's
bringing
answering.
New York
I
back?
think Action Bronson would be one. I think Bodega Bams is good. I think he would be another I would probably think of. I think when I think of Troy Ave, I think he.
Joey?
No, I mean think about it, man. When people say bringing New York back, it's like bringing attention to New York.
Kind of like how Game did West Coast.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
Yes.
Yep.
And I definitely think Troy Ave over Action Bronson. We're not saying who's a better artist, clearly,
No, and I'm not saying that.
but
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
think
that.
I don't think Action Bronson is bringing New York back by any means. I don't think he's making people go, well, let's see what New York's doing. Nah.
Yeah, but I think Troy Ave is a New York, and I guess maybe this is to your point. He's a New York rapper. Like when I hear Troy Ave, I think he's a rapper that's in New York. I don't hear anything that's standing out to me, saying, "Oh man, you need to go listen to Troy Ave because he's bringing that sound back to New York." I'm like, that sound is already
He's bringing the attention back to New York. That's the difference. Not the
Damn, I
sound.
don't
He's
know
bringing the attention back.
Yeah, who else is bringing attention like that?
But I'm not.
That's the only.
Well, what's the last time? Okay.
No, it's died down.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying at his height, like when he was first coming in, he's the last one that I could say that I thought really like, oh shit, like New York is on his back, because I don't even feel the same way with
What about
the
A$AP?
niggas that that ASAP. I didn't feel like that with ASAP, because ASAP sound wasn't New York. It was like, oh, these niggas are from New York, but it wasn't like they had New York on their back. Like Pro Era, I felt like when they first came out, everybody was like, oh shit, like yeah, you know, it kind of died down, but I don't think Troy Ave is that either. Like
He's another New York rapper. No disrespect to him at all. He's not whack at all. You know, I've listened to all his projects, but I see him as another New York rapper, and you know, I haven't heard these statements. Like, have you guys heard of Troy Ave before this?
Yeah, I've heard of him all the time. That he's new face in New York. I just didn't care to go listen to him. I don't care about the face. I didn't know
people. In other words, I guess what I'm saying is I didn't know people were really talking about him like that.
They would.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Not on that level, but I was just, you know.
All right, who next, B? Who next?
Kevin Gates.
His voice sounds really weird to me. I couldn't get into it.
I have no
But
idea.
people
He has a
love him.
lot. Yes.
Really? I have no idea who he is. I didn't know he was till this cover came.
They love Kevin Gates. I've listened to his project. Well, I'm kind of indifferent. You know, I'm still on the fence. I don't know. I guess when I listened to it, I was trying to hear or understand, you know, what it is that people are seeing in him. You know, I guess maybe because he, you know, some of his songs really touch on some, I guess, some real shit.
Jarren Benton. I think it's last. Jarren Benton.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that was the most overwhelming response that they'd had was to Jarren Benton.
Benton, really?
His fans were just going
wow,
crazy.
that's
like,
good.
That's
good.
And I hate how they like stuck him in the back. He's kind of like,
Yeah, like.
Oh, I didn't see it.
yeah, man. He's like in the back. They
Yeah,
should
he
put
like
him
this.
closer to the front. I felt
you know
some
it's
way
him
about
because he
that.
got the hat. You know, he got the little hat on and shit.
They should have definitely put him in the front, like somewhere.
Especially if he got that type of response. Man,
Yeah.
I don't think they was expecting him to get that type of response.
But
yeah.
they know he had it, so put him in the front. Your girl, how you feel about your girl being snubbed? Rhapsody.
Oh, you talking about Rhapsody? Yeah, I think she should.
Oh, she had an opportunity to make it?
Yeah.
So
but
how she get snubbed? What happened?
They didn't have her on. Part of the logic
Because they didn't
behind,
want to have a female in there.
well, they don't want to play into like I guess trying to fill quotas, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of her argument, like, well, you know, why should we just put a female rapper on? And I'm sorry to use that term,
Right.
but why do we put a female rapper on just because she's female? We should put them on because they deserve it. But another thing that she said, which is what I kind of
When you say she,
disagree
who
with,
are you talking about?
Vanessa Satin, the editor-in-chief, because she responded, she was talking about the cover, and she specifically talked about Rhapsody. She said that Rhapsody and Ninth Wonder both knew ahead of time that they were not going to be on the list, and that
she wasn't gonna be that Rhapsody.
right, that Rhapsody was not going to be on the freshman cover, and that her response, the Roses track, was just her taking advantage of the publicity of her not making the cover. So, but part of her logic is that Rhapsody, because she is a female rapper, it's harder for her to blow up. So that's part of the reason why they didn't put her on the cover.
They want to put her on the
Even though she was one of the XXL's 20 best female rappers of all time.
Like, I'm all-time
make
great.
sense.
I'm damn near in the Hall of Fame, but I can't get on this freshman cover though. Yeah, that's a little illogical.
I mean, yeah, I think she should have been on there maybe last year, the year
year,
before,
yeah.
But you know, she created a good buzz for herself on there over there with Jamla. So I definitely, especially after her dropping this that She Got Game mixtape, I thought that was gonna put her up because she had more, you know, she had more fire on that mixtape than she did on her album that we reviewed. So when she released that mixtape, I was like, oh shit, okay.
And it's not like she doesn't have a fan base.
Right,
like,
right.
And then the remix, I can't remember the name of the song, but the remix that she had Chance and Crit on it, like that shit was, I was like, yo, like that right there should have, you know what I'm saying? Like that should have been the over the hump type of thing to get her on the cover.
She was on like some BT shit. She was like on some mainstream like, also, you know, sources and stuff. So I thought she would have got that recognition and got on there. So
overall, you feel like they got it pretty right, not right at all, or like how you feel about the list, all together?
I mean, shit, man, some of these motherfuckers, I didn't even know who they was until I saw the list. I mean, I knew who Chance was, I know who Troy Ave was, Isaiah Rashad, Lil Durk, And then really, I didn't know Lil Bibby until you confirmed that what's that? Welcome to Fonzo Land, and then the August guy. I just know him from the 106 in Park. I just wasn't there familiar with a lot of these people's music. So
Against the grain.
yeah, I mean.
So
I
not
guess
that it was bad. You're just not familiar with.
I'm just not familiar with a lot of these people's music, with the exception of maybe like 4 artists on there that I've listened to their music. So.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, I guess they got it right. And like I said, the people who I've never listened, music I never listened to, I've been hearing their names. So
Right.
I guess they got it right.
But
You know what I'm
like I know people are saying like this is like one of the weakest lists that they've done thus far. So
I have to look. I don't remember
you.
each of the year. I have to like look at the years to say. But I mean, whatever. Shit, it's the XXL list. Stop whining.
If we didn't have to do this video, I would not even looked at this list.
Right.
I don't know. Before we did this, I didn't know 75% of the people on this list. After we've done this, I don't care about 75% of the people on this list. That's really it. I mean, I wish all of you the best. XXL is not made for me.
Right.
You know, the people that read XXL now or claim they read XXL now, you know, these lists matter. And these artists matter. These artists don't really matter to me. So, I don't know. It's like asking your average plumber about a mathematician convention. You're like, all right, cool.
Right.
I don't
Do
give
your
a
thing.
fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, cool, great list. Congrats to everybody on the cover. I hope you guys get out there and make your money. That's what matters. Money, not music.
Like Mike. Like Mike, yeah, congrats to everyone that made the cover. I do feel like Rhapsody was snubbed by not being included on the cover. I think I felt she deserved it. I don't think this was a difficult list for XXL to put together. I think it was relatively easy. Just find out who's buzzing and put them on the list. You know, who's popular, right? You know, so I don't think that there was a lot of effort put forth behind it. You can just go find somebody that's doing that thing and put them on the list, and that's it, and get people to talking. So, you know, so that's it. But congrats to everybody on there that made the list, and much success to you.
I thought the list was pretty. I think it was pretty balanced. I definitely don't think that this was like the best lyrical list that XXL's ever put together. But when you look into the fact that, you know, like I said, they have 4 Chicago artists, and 2 of them each have, you know, separate you know, entities, you know, musical groups and factors behind them. I think that's pretty dope. You know, you got your rich homie Quan. They added 2 R&B singers, so I really think that it was balanced between, you know, somebody that can spit like a John Connor and a Jarren Benton and an Isaiah Rashad, to your rich homie Quan and your Lil Bibbies and your Durks with the drill music. So I just feel like it was a good mix. Again, not the best lyrical group, but shit, it is what it is, man. It's just another list. It's another list for people to debate, you know, just like y'all gonna debate our mid-season. You know, that's what it's for, man. It's healthy debate. Exactly. Get people talking, you know, go, you know, whatever your opinions are, you got our opinions. So whether you fuck with it or not, it's then in hip hop, nigga. And what?